Call it Paul.
My Jones, Jones. I'm looking for a dime. That's top of the line. Cute face and waist with a big behind. I need a dime. That's top of the line. Cute face and waist with a big behind. All right, let's get through with this so I can have my last spring roll. I have become addicted to spring rolls. They're so simple and they're healthier than egg rolls, so I love them. Anyways, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi D. Before we dive into this video, make sure that you have notifications turned on. A lot of you have told me, hey girl, I'm not getting your videos. I'm not seeing that you're posting. Are you still posting? I'm still posting weekly. So in order to be notified, what you're gonna do is below this video, you're going to see a little bell. You're gonna click that bell and you are going to opt in to receiving notifications. Now, let's get started. So this is going to be a follow-up to my video that I posted over 4 years ago now, where I was talking about loneliness. I was sitting on my red couch and I was really in my feelings about feeling lonely, okay? And this was not like, lonely, I'm so lonely. What was that? I think it was a song by Akon. Terrible song. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna have it linked below and also linked in this video with that little eye. It should pop up here. But basically what I was talking about in that video was me feeling lonely and what loneliness really meant to me. I think when we first think about loneliness, it's like, oh, just go hang around some people, then you won't feel like you're just by yourself. No, loneliness is a greater level of that. It's a matter of feeling like you're alone, even when you're around even the closest of people to you. So in my case, I was in a period of transitioning to life after college, and I was adjusting to the fact that I didn't have my friends to see daily, you know, and that was really tough for me. I'm really big on relationships. It's definitely a core value of mine. And so to go from being around my friends constantly and seeing some of these people daily to not seeing them, you know, monthly even, was a shock for me. And it was something that was very hard for me to adjust to. It's definitely something that I underestimated. And for a while, I was clinging to my friends. I was always the one trying to put something together. I was always the one who was hitting up people like every Friday night. I hated being by myself. So on top of feeling like I wasn't connected to others, I hated being by myself. But then when I was with other people, I felt even more lonely because I felt like, oh, their life is so great and mine isn't. And I don't want to talk about what I'm going through because we only have such a short amount of time together anyways. I don't want to soil that with what I'm going through. And what I had to learn was that to get through loneliness, I had to be very open and transparent about it. It wasn't until I started talking to others about what I was feeling and got real with myself and really took the time to understand it that I got through it. For me, a challenge, and maybe a challenge for a lot of people, is that when you're feeling something that doesn't feel so good, especially in the time of social media, you can be very quick. I know I can be very quick to say, I shouldn't feel that way, right? It's like, I have so many things to be grateful for. Why do I feel bad? You know, there's all these other people, look like they're having so much fun. Why can't I have so much fun? Why am I honing in on the negative? I should just focus on the positive. And while I will say, having this mindset of pushing yourself to look on the bright side of things can be helpful in some situations. In other situations, it's not very helpful. In fact, it kind of pushes you and encourages you, I think, to suppress what you're feeling until it bubbles over and all of a sudden you're having this emotional breakdown and you're wondering where the hell all this shit is coming from. So I'm definitely an advocate of whatever you're feeling, feel it, acknowledge it, feel it so that you can get through it. And so for me, I am grateful to say that I haven't experienced loneliness since 2013. You know, when I made that video, that was me coming off of, that was the tail end of things. That was when I was finally starting to feel better, and I wasn't in that frame of mind anymore. And I found that once I got through loneliness and, you know, through that period of trying to like cling to my friends, that's when everything flowed a lot easier. I was much more at peace, and I started hanging out with my friends a lot more. If you follow my vlog channel, if you don't, it's gonna be linked below. But if you follow my vlog channel, you'll see that I'm doing a lot. Like, and I don't even vlog everything that I do, but I'm pretty active with my friends, going out places, just really enjoying life. And so also I wanted to tie into this video, I think, the importance of enjoying your own company. I am at a space where I'm still single and I'm open to a relationship, but I'm not going to have you as my partner in my life if you are not equal to or greater than my solitude. My solitude, I am so much at peace by myself now that sometimes I find myself when I'm invited places thinking, I don't want to go. You know, that would have been so appealing maybe a few years ago, but now I'm just like, I just need to stay at home, eat some Vietnamese pho, watch a good show, have a glass of wine, and I'm good. I don't need to be out and about. I mean, that's a whole nother thing of me just not even being into clubbing anymore unless we have a table. But anyways, point still stands that I feel like it's important to enjoy your own company, if for no other reason than you come into this world alone and you're gonna die alone. And of course, along the lines of friendships, any type of relationships, if you don't enjoy your own company, obviously how are others going to enjoy your company? You're gonna be doing things that clearly show that you don't feel good about yourself and you don't feel good being by yourself, and that clinginess comes out. So I think ways to learn about how to enjoy yourself by yourself, first is to understand that it's okay to do things by yourself. I did not like to do things by myself. Like, to go out and eat in public by myself, I just thought was weird. I think it's fine. Go out and eat by yourself. Like, I used to think people were looking at me, and even if people are looking at me, what? I'm a person eating food. What are you looking at? You know, so it's like, don't be afraid to go out there and do things by yourself. Now, sometimes there are things that I prefer to do with others, of course, but I would say that I don't let it hold me back. And in some instances, I prefer to do things by myself. Like, for instance, shopping. I used to have this thing about not wanting to go to the mall by myself. I felt like people were looking at me. Now I prefer it. I have my designated places that I like to shop, my designated times that I like to shop, designated days, you know, and so I am able to do what it is when I want to do it. And that's another great thing about being on your own, or being on your own. Another great thing about enjoying your own company is that you have more control of a situation. You know, you don't have to wait on somebody to come with you to go get something to eat. You don't have to wait on anybody to do anything. You can just go. You can control the situation. And so for someone like me who does like to have a little bit of control, it just creates an environment where it's a lot less stressful. You know, now of course there's times where I like to be with my friends, but I'm good being by myself. I'm great being by myself, and I'm great being by myself in spite of being single. That's a key piece here too, just because I think sometimes when people look at single women, they think of us as like we're just settling to be alone. No, I'm good. I am, like I said, I'm open and want a partner, but it's not the #1 priority, and I don't feel like I'm lacking anything. I don't feel like by not having a partner right now that I'm lacking something in my life. And so I'm just grateful to be in a space where I no longer have to deal with that voice in my head of loneliness, of telling me I'm alone, you're gonna always be alone, and this is bad, and just all of that shit going on, and having to deal with clinging to my friends. I'm in such a greater place right now, and you know, if you're dealing with it, you will be fine. You'll get through it. Just make a conscious effort to work through those feelings and to talk to somebody. It's very important to talk through things. Emotions don't have to be complicated. They become complicated when we suppress them. But when we decide to go through them instead of around them, we can release them a lot much quicker, and we can be at peace a lot much quicker. Does a lot much quicker make sense? We can be at peace quicker. Let me say that again. If we can choose to go through emotions rather than going around them, we can get through them quicker and back to peace that much quicker. That sounds better. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe because I post new videos weekly. If you haven't already, make sure to check out both my vlogging channel and my blog. I'll have links to both of those below. Again, remember to turn on the notifications by clicking that bell below and opting in to receiving notifications. And I will see you all in my next video. Deuces.